Hi everybody. I don't really know how to start this video, so I'm just gonna kind of go for it, and we're just gonna see where it goes, I guess. So first off, Merry Christmas everybody, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa, Happy Ramadan, whatever it is that you celebrate. Enjoy it. Happy Festivus, can't forget that. I'm uploading this video on Christmas Day. I'm actually recording and uploading this on the same day. So I'm hoping that everybody has a good holiday season, good New Year's, all that fun stuff. But I really wanted to sit down and talk to you guys because there's been some problems with the channel over the last few years, and I think it's time that we finally explain what's actually going on behind the scenes and give you guys kind of a channel update for how we're hoping 2020 is going to go. So I don't know who's around or if anybody remembers or what, but around January of last year or so, I posted a video where, funnily enough, I was wearing the same beanie, talking about how some things had happened in life and some things were changing. I didn't go into details because of things going on at the time, but now I think it's finally time to bring all this to light. So right about that time, that was when my wife and I had separated for the first time, which was very painful. And then she came back a few months later, which was excruciating. I'll bet you 1% of my audience will get that. Nope, just kidding. None of my audience will get that. Ha ha. Yeah, so she had moved in with some of her family, and then they had moved. So then she came to me and was like, hey, can we make this work? And we're like, yeah, okay, whatever. We'll be roommates for a little bit. And then after a while, we were like, hey, let's give this a shot again. And it's just not going to work out, unfortunately. So as I'm sure you guys can tell, I have moved this time. So different city, still near the family, so I can go spend Christmas and everything, which I did with my family today. So that was fun. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes involving that, which is part of the reason why I stopped posting as frequently as I did. And the other thing I'd like to talk about is mental health, which I know is a very taboo subject to try to breach and try to talk about for a lot of people. So I'd like to give you a warning, marquee, like this is basically what this video is going to be about. So if you don't want to listen to me sit here and talk about anxiety and depression and all of that stuff, then there's your update. I'm going to try to do better. Let's get into it. I've struggled with some form of depression or bipolarism or some form of the overall depression term since I was 7 or 8 years old. Very long time, basically almost 20 years now. And it gets to a point sometimes where, not to go all doom and gloom on you, but it gets to a point where you're just like, there's no point in anything. There's really, everything I do is shit and I can't do anything right. And even when I try, it still sucks. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, because you sit there and you beat up on yourself and tell yourself how much of a loser you are. And then that feeds into what you're doing. And then that starts to manifest itself in your work, and you start to believe it and you see it in your own work. And then it just keeps compounding and getting worse and worse. And yeah, there's been a lot of videos that I've said over the years that I was going to make, and truth be told, a lot of them have made progress. I have a 15-minute rough cut of my Eternal Darkness review. I have a 15-minute, 20-minute cut of my Doom 2016 review. I have all these cuts on my archive where it's stuff that I've written. I have a script about remakes, remasters, re-releases, all that I've been wanting to make that video for since 2016 now. So yeah, almost 4 years I've been trying to make that video, and I every time I write that script, I hate it and I toss it out. I'm on version 7 or 8 of that script now. I'm sure you guys noticed that for a good 6 or 8 weeks there, starting at October, maybe even before that, maybe end of September up to it's probably right after November, I was doing at least one video a week. Sometimes I did even two videos a week, and I had a bunch of content scheduled, and I had stuff on the Trello, and I was doing really good, and then it just stopped. And a lot of that was because this all happened and I moved, and anxiety is crippling and makes you not want to do things around new people. So that has its own challenges, and I'm only recording this today because they didn't get back home yet from their Christmas stuff. So I feel a little less awkward about recording. It also doesn't help that apparently, can you rotate, please? Thank you. That apparently before they bought the house, this room belonged to a kid. So I have space wall now. You know, it's really hard to film and sit at your desk and look like you know what you're doing, especially when you're used to having like all your game shit behind you and like lighting and it looks really cool, and then you have this, like it's not the best of things. It's not the most motivating of things. And like it all comes together because like that self-hate, that self-doubt, that everything, it just feeds into, well, why are you doing this? This last video sucked. I'm sure most of you are aware there were some massive performance issues in my Modern Warfare video that really demoralized me. I was going to do a review on the OnePlus 7 Pro, but again, I didn't record that because of the issues that I ran into with the Modern Warfare thing. So I was going to record that while I was on vacation for Thanksgiving, but my family was, being family, and it just made it hard. And then that happened, and then that made it harder. And again, cycle of self-doubt, and it just spirals. So that was on the, when I did those weekly videos, that was on the upswing of my manic binge. And now I'm very much in the opposite of that. I'm very much in the valley right now, which it's making it really difficult to sit here, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes. And I'm not going to get better at talking to you guys if I don't talk to you guys. So, and it's also not fair to you guys, because you'll see this rush of content and be like, oh, okay, cool, thanks for trying to pick up and starting to form a routine around this, and then it just fucking dries up for 2-3 months. Like it's not fair to you guys. Yeah, I want to apologize from the bottom of my heart, because it's such a shitty thing to do to you guys, and I hate it. I hate that I can't make myself do the stuff that I want to do for you guys. And it's really, really, really frustrating that I can't do things like I used to, 10 years ago when I was doing YouTube. Yes, believe it or not, I've been on YouTube for that long. And that's another thing that feeds into it, is because, it's, oh, you've been doing it for 10 years and you obviously just still stuck. I actually watched one of my own videos, my Resident Evil 2 video, not too long ago, and the entire time I was just picking it apart and tearing out flaws. And it's like, I can't even enjoy my own stuff that I make anymore. So there's, it's just that, again, going back to that cycle of anxiety, and it's never good enough, and feeding back in on itself. And it's just, like I said, it's not fair to you guys. It's not fair to anybody. And I'm trying to be a better content creator. I'm not going to make any promises like I have in the past, because as I'm sure you can tell, I have a lot going on in my life. I have a new job. I moved, and my wife and I separated all basically within literally a weekend. I think like that Saturday or that Sunday. Yeah, it was that Saturday night. So like Sunday morning I had moved out, and Monday I started a new job. And yeah, it's rough not being around my kid. It's rough being, in this situation. It's rough starting a new job and not knowing anybody. I mean, I know I have some coworkers there that I've had from previous jobs, but it's, it's anxiety, and you sit there at the job and you beat yourself up, because even though you're doing way the fuck better than all of the other people, except for like 2 or 3 of your coworkers that you know from the last job, it's still really easy to sit there and beat yourself up and be like, hey, yeah, well, you might be beating all of them, but they're not the bar to beat. The bar to beat is where you came from, and you're not even reaching their levels yet. So like, come on, man, like, why do you suck? And yeah, that those thoughts of negativity and just constant not being able to even trust my own judgment and my own thought process anymore on something that I think is good or what isn't good, or timings, or script language, or anything like that, or even like things that I choose to do videos on, like the actual topics themselves will sometimes just be like a strenuous process where it's like, I just like, is this even entertaining? Like am I even like worth watching? Because no, I'm not. But and yeah, all in all, I really just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on in my life and where I'm hoping to take this. I'm really, really, really hoping to come back and start making content for you. I will be being put back on brain medication as soon as my insurance kicks in at the new job. So I've got another month or two. But as soon as that kicks in and as soon as we can finally find a mix that works for me, I'd really like to come back and give this another shot. I just ask that you guys please be patient. I will do whatever I can to create stuff for you guys in the meantime. But again, I'm not going to make any promises because I'm so tired of telling you guys it's going to get better, it's going to get better, and then I just fuck off and just it's like I said, it's really frustrating on my part knowing that I'm just sitting here not doing anything and not letting people down, but not doing what I said I was going to do, and it's really shitty, and I'm not going to do that again. So I'd like to make more videos for you. I'm not going to make any promises, but once I get my life back together and back on track, then yeah, there will definitely be more videos in the future. I'd like to start streaming again. I really enjoy streaming, and the 2 or 3 of you who have shown up for my streams seem to really appreciate them as well. So we'll give that a shot again. I've just got to figure everything out with this new place as far as how to film and all that good stuff. I think I've rambled enough as it is because this is just starting to turn into a ramble. I just would like to say thank you guys for the views that I do get. Yeah, it's not anywhere near me doing this full time. It's not anywhere near me being internet massive e-celebrity. It's not I'm not Ninja 2. I don't know why I picked Ninja, but I'm not Ninja 2. And I'm okay with that. I don't want to be a big blowout YouTuber. I like the fact that I have my little dedicated circle, and like we all just shitpost in the Discord server, and I make dumb videos that make you guys laugh. Like that's really what I'm here for. And I'm hoping to do more of that. So thanks everybody. I will see you guys around in the new year. I hope the new year is as hopeful and promising for you guys as it is for me. And I hope that you guys never have to deal with what I deal with. Because, God, it sucks. It's so exhausting. But yeah, here's 2020. Let's see what it holds. This is where I do the hand over the camera thing, right? Yeah, okay. Nailed it!